Greetings Internet! Over the years we have been invited to all sorts of gaming events, product launches and conventions and have been happy to cover them all. However, we were a bit surprised when Ravensburger said we should attend the big Christmas press show, which certainly wasn't a gaming event. This is a media-only day where journalists and influencers get to mix with UK brands in order to plan out their Christmas gift coverage. The kind of thing you would find in lifestyle magazines. But as toys and games are part of Christmas, we thought why not. So it was off to London to the Business Design Centre to see 200 brands and 70 PR agencies try and sell us things. Whilst they were determined not to let us in, Auntie Ravensburger waved her magic wand, so we did get to go to the ball after all. But they did make us wear the influencer badge of shame all day. So how did Ravensburger accomplish such a wonder? Well, they actually sponsored the entire show this year, so, you know, money talks. We aren't talking about Elmo. Anyway, it turns out the surprise Christmas hit this year will be grow your own edible mushrooms, so look for those when you are doing your last minute Christmas shopping. Amongst the luxury teas and out of focus Christmas trees, we did spot a few items of interest. The Pokemon Center were there with a festive display and a giant Pikachu running about, as well as Pikachu waffle irons, because why not? You had a Playmobil stand right next to an artist from the Beano. And did you know that Sylvanian Families is still going? And the company that makes them now produces Mario board games, some of which don't require batteries, which is apparently a marketing phrase for board games we weren't aware of. An exciting discovery for us was the folks at the Noble Collection who make licensed items based on film and TV, who also had an out-of-focus Christmas tree by coincidence. Plus all manner of chess sets, including Minecraft, Batman, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Minions, Jurassic Park, which was our favourite, and even Star Trek 3D chess. But Potterheads, look at this, a gorgeous chocolate frog cushion that unzips and has a chocolate frog plushie inside. This is what we'll be asking Santa for this year. They have a website you can order from and a store in Covent Garden if you are interested. Nope, not a chance. Gaming giants Asmodee were there, but it was a very different side of Asmodee we don't usually see. No Marvel, no Lovecraft, not even a copy of Pandemic. But they did tell us about Ticket to Ride Legacy, which, if you think about it, a game where you build permanent railways is the perfect theme for a legacy game, right? It will be out later this year at an RRP of £99 in the UK. And you know some publishers give out promo cards with their games? Well, Asmodee are giving away free boats. Boats! Well, okay, you can win a boating holiday. Actually, one of 20 boating holidays. So, toddle along to asmodee.co.uk to see what to buy and where from in order to enter this competition. You have until the end of September to participate. Coincidentally, Ravensburger were there too, and not just supplying much needed free tea and coffee. They had a stand with all of their usual favourites like board games, jigsaw puzzles, Brio wooden trains, which now have an app. An app! It's a wooden train set, why does it need an app? Or a Disney version? There were also free goodie bags with random puzzles in, although who has time for a jigsaw these days? Anyway, there was no Lorcana in sight, which is because it had its own dedicated Lorcana lounge that took up an entire edge of the convention hall. It appears the UK strategy is to give Disney Lorcana its own space and identity rather than squeeze it in amongst the other Ravensburger products. It has its own staff and resources and marketing strategy, which sounds great. Even the adverts in the show programme were completely separate. For anyone concerned they haven't seen a lot of mass market media covering this game in the UK, this was the event that put it front and centre in front of the national press. Newspapers and TV were all there, and with Christmas coming up, the message should start to spread about Lorcana. There were press kits, lots of staff, demo teams, and ace in the hole artist Matthew Robert Davis, who did a lot of the product art for the new set. If only we had known, we would have taken some more cards up for him to sign for a competition. If you want cards signed, he should be appearing at the MCM Comic Con in London and the Wales Comic Con in Telford, plus the Miami TCG Con for any American viewers. Matthew is a delight to talk to, and if you're a Disney fan or an art lover, you won't be tongue-tied when you meet him. There were Set 2 products locked away in their usual display cabinet, but that isn't good enough, so after a quick word from Lita, we were able to film with all of them, one of which you will have already seen in our D100 Collector's Edition video, and the rest will appear in our Rise of the Floodborn video. Like the samples at UK Games Expo, this is just the packaging, so we didn't get to open any of them up. But we will be returning to Ravensburger HQ later this year to do some more early unboxings. Like all good journalists, we came armed with tons of questions and we sat down with Ben Lovell, the new head of Lorcana product for Ravensburger UK. We discussed everything, including future stock levels, organised play support, Australian launch dates, sanctioned events, competitive play, and the need for a Donald Duck Musketeer promo. We hope to have an interview with him you can watch towards the end of the year, but what we can say is he is well aware of the demand for stock and has been making sure everything that can be done to get more on the shelves is certainly being done. There had been some confusion over which UK retailers could sell online on which dates, leading to inconsistency across the board. Ben has completely rewritten the guidelines for stores, meaning there are no loopholes and everyone will be selling and shipping on the same day. So customers will get the same positive experience no matter where they are or who they order from. And we get the feeling Lorcana at the UK Games Expo 2024 is in good hands. Even more surprisingly, this man, Richard Collins, the managing director of Ravensburger UK, was happy to sit down for a chat with us to explain just how committed Ravensburger are to Lorcana and the potential it has to bring new players into tabletop gaming, which is what we love to hear. Even though Lorcana is developed by the North American division, all of the launch countries have been working in partnership to make sure no one is left behind. No. All in all, this was an interesting experience, and with unlimited cocktails, Prosecco and mulled wine all day, Lita was in her element. Even though we didn't have any cards for Matthew to sign, he kindly donated this amazing art card featuring 3 of his first chapter characters that you can win. Simply tell us in the comments below which of his new art pieces is your favourite and why. If the video gets more than 1,000 views by the closing date, we will pick a second winner for another art card. Closing date and terms and conditions should be on the screen. Elmo doesn't poop! No one on Sesame Street does! You totally ruined our childhood.